I'm back, living it up. Woot woot. Hey guys, just hanging out, chilling, trying to get the stream back up and alive again. Yeah, see, Bob's here. It's me and you. I just clicked share on a few different social platforms. I gotta make sure to close those tabs. Friggin' frig. I hate snow. Just makes everything worse. Some people say they like it for Christmas, but I don't celebrate Christmas, so I could go eat a whole bag of lemons. Bane of progress is what I see snow as. 4 colorless and 2 green. You get a 2/2 elemental creature. When it ETBs, destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Oh, fuck right off. Put a 1/1 counter on this for each permanent destroyed this way. I know somebody that wants this. That's a dick card. Bane of progress. Definitely is. Kirtar's Wrath. Okay. 4 and 2 white. Sorcery. Destroy all creatures that can't be regenerated. Threshold. If 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, destroy all creatures. Put 2 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying out of the battlefield. Creatures destroyed this way can't be regenerated. Well, that's not bad. That works really well for me. Conjurer's Closet. 5 colorless for an artifact. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under your control. Oh, cool. Flicker on a stick. A flicker stick. It's pretty decent. Hey, DJ. Yeah, what is sleep? You need that green card? I'd rather it goes to you than to anybody in my play group. That's way better for me. That's why I did such a big trade with Charles the other day. Some really good cards. I don't want to be played against me. I'd like to, Bob, but I've actually got a buddy coming over in like an hour. Well, he's at his girlfriend's house, so maybe an hour and a half, you know? Well, more like an hour and 3 minutes, because, well, there you go. So he might be coming over in a while. We might have a third person. If we do, then we're playing Commander. If we don't get a third person, we've got like hundreds of dollars worth of cards we got to fucking list. It's crazy. There's just such a giant backlog of activity that I need to do because I'm doing YouTube channel, do work. You know, I grow my own plants and stuff at home. I got to cook. I got to clean. I got to wash myself, you know, trim my beard, you know, cut my fingernails, vacuum, do dishes. It's all sorts of shit. Then you got to look on eBay. You know, if you're selling shit on eBay, you got to package it up. Man, the struggles. Y'all know it. It's great, but I need to start drinking more coffee. That's what it is. So I'm like half-ass smoking a cigarette over here while we do this. Curse of the Forsaken. 2 and a white. Enchant player. Whenever a creature attacks enchanted player, its controller gains 1 life. Oh, well, that's probably going to go on my deck. Unexpectedly Absent. That's a cool named card. X and 2 white. Instant. Put target non-land permanent into its owner's library just beneath the top X cards of that library. Well, that's just enough of a dick. Yeah, too bad I can't. Well, you wouldn't want, you know, scallions that are a couple of days old. That wouldn't go well through the post office. No. But you live in California anyways, man. Shit's probably just as good, if not better. You know, they got nice high mountains up there. Yeah. Nah, 5 years from now, man, it's just shit's gonna be so legal pretty much everywhere. I mean, I went down to Connecticut and for Thanksgiving, that's where I'm originally from, go see my family and shit. And I didn't realize it was the first time where cannabis was legal in all three. My state, I live in Vermont, Massachusetts, it was legal, Connecticut was legal. Freaking awesome. It's crazy awesome. I think eventually in the next couple of years, we're going to see it just become so commonplace. It's not an issue anymore. In my state, they don't even drug test for any job because it's completely legal. So what are they going to do? I remember back in my day, me and my cousin, I don't know if he's still lurking around in the chat, but when we went out west, we worked in Yellowstone for a while. Shit's a felony to smoke weed, and you can't even smoke weed in Yellowstone without it being a felony because it's government property. So you got to go like hide in the woods and shit. That used to be like the go-to. Nowadays, people are like vaping in theaters and shit. Fuck right off. God damn. People so lucky nowadays don't even know it. Phones with like infinite data. Okay. We got dark steel ingot. If this isn't in, this is better than pacifism. 1 and a white enchant creature. It's a 0/1 indestructible, loses all abilities. Infinitely powerless. I got a Family Guy clip just for you, Pat. I've got a couple of dark steel ingots, but I give these away because they're so good. It makes people deal with it. Farhaven Elf, solid. Plains Island, Merc Fiend Liege, 2 and I want to say it's Simic. 3 Simic. I'll say it 3 times. Other green creatures you control get 1/1. Other blue creatures you control get 1/1. Untap all green and or blue creatures you control during each other player's untap step. Oh fuck, that's a horror of a card. That's pretty damn. MTG Gaming Bob, so lame here. They did not legalize gambling until literally every state and province completely surrounding had legalized it and realized how much money was leaving the state. Oh, absolutely, man. That's one of the reasons why Vermont did it. Massachusetts legalizing cannabis was based on the studies that went through Colorado and Massachusetts. I mean, shit, if you buy legal weed, you're spending like 25% is going in taxes. It's crazy how much money people will make. It's fucking bags of cash. It's like Monopoly Man looking shit. Still not legal in Florida. What the fuck, man? You know how many Cubans would actually like get good jobs at that point? Terrible. I'm just thinking like the food industry is going to take a huge hit. Like, who's going to cook all of that Chinese food if the Mexicans stop doing it? Fucking sad, man. I love our brown brothers, though. And sisters. Let's not get into that part. Love the brown sisters. Thornwine Fairies. We got a 1 and 2 blue for a 1/1 flying fairy creature. Tap. Deals 1 damage to target. A little enraged. Terramorphic Expanse. Oh, let's just rip it up. Selesnya Signet. 2/1, 2 for an artifact. 1 in tap. Add Selesnya to your pool. This is just a good card. That'll go in the binder. Tempt with Glory. Ooh, these things are fun. 5 and a white for a sorcery. You get a tempting offer. That's coming in decent. There you are. Probably won't be for years. Man, this shit's super legal up here. Tempting offer. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Each opponent may put a 1/1 counter on each creature he or she controls. For each opponent who does, put a 1/1 counter on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the fun amount of. Oh. And since I'm running double vision and like reiterate and that kind of stuff, ooh, doggy. Happy. Yep. Sajiri Refuge, Simmet Signet, Forest, Command Tower. Borrowing 100,000 arrows. It's the least magic name of a magic card. Borrowing 100,000 arrows for 2 sorcery. Draw a card for each tapped creature target opponent controls. It's actually not bad. That's actually, if they got a couple, you could get, realistically, you're probably getting 3 or 4 cards for the price of 2 and a blue. Yeah, that ain't friggin' bad. Not too shabby. Nice little pile of cards to take out of this deck. Let's see. What's Derek saying over here? Played with my Atrexa yesterday. Went well. It can't ever be played again. Oh, were your friends just too not liking it? Did you kick too much ass? I know that feeling. I don't really get to play my sliver deck too much. It was overpowered for my play group for quite a while. I think everybody's finally getting up to a decent power level where they can deal with that nastiness. So slide that off to the side. Let's spice it up. Let's do something different. Sending you an email today. Keep an eye out. Going to see Spider-Man. And I've heard that Spider-Man movie is pretty good. DJ, don't spoil it. It's worth it, right? What is this, Pat? It's a random box of. I bought out a collection. Me and my buddy that do a little investing together. One of my coworkers used to play back in the day, and he had a couple of things he wanted to get rid of. He's trying to buy a pinball table. Yeah, DJ says Spider-Man movie was dope. So there you go. And he's a film fan. The guy knows his stuff. We've done a couple of podcasts, which I'd love to do. I'm still really into movies and stuff. You'll forget it, lulz. So my coworker had opened up a fat pack of Cons of Tarkir and an entire booster box. So he had a whole bunch of stuff he just didn't need. He's trying to get himself a, what did he show me? It's Godzilla Stern pinball machine. Like the fancy version, like a $9,000 pinball machine. Because, people, you get older and you just know crazier people, it seems. Speaking of knowing crazy people, let's get nuts. Let's go ahead. Let's bust open a Commander Legends right here, live on stream. Go through the commons up here in front. Pretty worthless. I mean, useful, some decent cards, some good stuff, but just nothing worthwhile. Get a Opal Palace for the land. Supreme Will. Orzhov Advocist. It's a cool looking card. Very Hideo Miyazaki. Like that just looks like it could have been in Spirited Away. Which if you've never seen Spirited Away, that's such a good movie. If you got kids, watch that with your kids too. As long as they're like 6 or 7 at least. Great film. Scaled Behemoth and Wheel of Misfortune. It's an okay card. 2 and a red, sorcery. Each player secretly chooses a number 0 or greater, then all players reveal those numbers simultaneously and determines the highest and lowest number reveals for this way. Wheel of Misfortune deals damage equal to the highest number of each player who chose that number. Each player didn't choose the lowest number, discards their hand, and draws 7 cards. So it's a fine enough card. Galarna, Caller of Wirewood. Emoti, Celebrant of Bounty. Cascade, it's so broken. Spells you cast with converted mana cost 6 or greater have Cascade. There's very few cards that grant other cards Cascade ability, so along with a foil Ghastly Demise. It looks cool. Black, destroy target non-black creature if its toughness is less than or equal to the number of cards in your graveyard. Meh. And a treasure token. Oh shit, always need treasure tokens. Get these right off the board. Bird, cold as shit outside. Fuck these. I hate winter. That is exactly why I'm retiring in Southeast Asia. It's a fucking bullshit ass weather. All right, well, let's smack into that. There we go. So, I'm gonna have to pull this up way higher. Yeah. That's more like it. So, for some reason, Phil had these. That was the guy I bought this from, Phil. He had a number of Kiru spell snatchers put aside. It looks like it was a full play set, but these are kind of a shitty card. Yeah, play set. So for 3 and a blue, you get a 3/3 Naga Wizard. You can morph for 4 and 2 blue, which is whatever. When it's turned face up, counter target spell. If a spell's countered that way, instead of putting it in the graveyard, you may cast it without paying its mana cost for as long as it remains exiled. So it's okay. It's not great by any means. He actually had a Khans of Tarkir player's guide. This is actually kind of cool. Just a nice little ad. It looks like he was trying to collect every card. He's got them in pretty much the same order that they came in this little booklet here. It looks like he was trying to complete it just like that. Yeah. He went through and he checked off a whole bunch of these cards here on this checklist, which is actually pretty slick. That's cool. They definitely don't do this kind of stuff anymore. So, first page here. Got Abzan Battle Priest, Falconer, Antioch Bloodkin. Now I'm going to take a moment and pull up the set list for Khans of Tarkir, and we'll pull out all the good cards as we're going through. Chow, chicka chow, chow chow, chicka chow. So, all those really good ones are in the back, of course. So, end hostilities, not too bad. Destroy all creatures and all permanents attached to creatures. For 3 and 2 white, you just get a board white. Not too bad. Exile target enchantment. That's okay. Very specific. He didn't do the backside of them, so they're all in rather good condition. The few I've pulled out. Master of Pearls, rare right there. Are there any uncommons worth any value? No uncommons worth any value. No commons worth any value. There are definitely some rares and mythics and all that jazz, so we'll definitely be looking through there. Yeah, it's one of the things. TikTok, Twitter, watching YouTube stuff, you get a large gist of the movie. You kind of know what things are well before you go into them. You have to try really hard not to. Herald of Antefenza. Not too crazy. Let's see. No rares or mythics. It's all we're hunting out of this binder here. Dig Through Time. Not too bad. 6 and 2 blue with Delve. Look at top 7 cards of your library. Put 2 in your hand and the rest on the bottom in any order. It's actually a pretty decent card. Cancel. Solid. The Wingmate Rock. 3 and 2 white. Top. Okay. You get a flying 3/4 with Raid. When it enters the battlefield, if you attacked with a creature this turn, put a 3/4 with flying onto the battlefield. Whenever it attacks, gain 1 life for each attacking creature. Not bad. Not worth much, but not bad. Same thing with Clever Impersonator. Fair card, but not wonderful. 2 and 2 blue for 0/0. When it enters the battlefield, copy any non-land target on the battlefield. So that's kind of odd. It doesn't have to be a human, like a creature. It can enter as a Soul Ring, as a copy of non-land permanent on the battlefield. So yeah, it's cool, I guess. Yeah, doesn't show up on the list of stuff worth any dams. Let's see. Disdainful Stroke. Cool card. A Kiru Spell Snatcher. Looks like he had a bunch of those. Pearl Lake Ancient. Okay. Get right through the back here. Empty the Pits. It's actually a pretty decent card. XX for black, Delve. Put X 2/2 black creature tokens on the battlefield. So if you've got a whole bunch of recursion or graveyard action going on, pretty solid. Grim Horrispix. Necropolis Fiend. That makes way more sense. Oh my god. Necropolis Friend coming out in the new Secret Lair drop. Oh yeah. Speaking of, again, today's 12/19 doing a live stream here. If you haven't gone and picked up your Secret Lairs, you've got like 3 days left. So get that shit before end of Tuesday. Retribution of the Ancients. Remove X/1/1 counters from among creatures you control. Target creature gets minus XX until end of turn. Okay. Nothing great out of the Reds here. Dragon Style Twins. It's okay. Like that's how I look at most of these cards. None of these are really phenomenal. The few that aren't the land cycle, the few cards that aren't the land cycle that we're looking for is pretty much Hardened Scales, which is in here. Altar of the Brood. I don't think he has a Sorin in here. There's a multicolored couple of cards here and there. There's Hardened Scales. That one's actually going to come out of the binder. Go ahead, throw that in the sleeve. I think this one's actually going to get used in my buddy's deck. He said he wanted to take this one out. Or sell it. That might be the other way. Because, that's kind of a thing. You got to get your money back. Meandering Tower Shelf. Why does this green card have Island Walk? Weird, right? Just saying. Teamer Charger. Yeah, our team will charge her. Trail of Mystery. For 1 and a green enchantment. Whenever a face-down creature's into the battlefield under your control, fuck right off is what? That's worthless to me. So, Bear's Companion. There's so many tricolor, dual color cards. All of these are like worthless. Jeskai Ascendancy. I use this. It's not expensive. That's why. Jeskai Charm. Ooh, what's that do? Choose 1. Put target creature on top of its owner's library. Meh. It deals 4 damage to target opponent. Meh. Creatures you control get 1/1 and lifelink until end of turn. Okay. Kiru Lichlord. Not worth anything either. Mardu Charm. Master the Way. Cool looking cards. Very magic. Secret Plans. Cool looking card. Like that. Crackling Doom. There's that Sorin card. Guess he does have one of those. Pull that bad boy out. Okay, so Sorin Solemn Visitor. 2 and white and black for a 4 loyalty planeswalker until +1 until your next turn. Creatures you control get 1/0 and lifelink. Pretty decent, right? -2, put a 2/2 black vampire creature token with flying out of the battlefield. Not too bad. -6, which you get to very quickly. You get an emblem with, at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player sacrifices a creature. Oppressively fun. Let's get you in a sleeve too. DJ, you need the Hardened Scales? Well, I'll have to talk to my buddy Jordan, see what he wants to do with it. Again, this is half his stuff, so we'll talk. I know you're very fair about it. Altar of the Brood. Yeah, I think Twiddler took off. He probably going off to see that pretty soon, right? Altar of the Brood. Now, my buddy wanted this for some reason. Let's see. 1 colorless for an artifact. Whenever another permanent enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent puts the top card of his or her library into their graveyard. Oh, well, that's why he wanted it, because he's a dick. Yeah. No, Bob, you can't have this for your Turgid deck. No, I don't think that would help you. That's not discarding. Let's see. Nothing great on here. Okay. Bunch of artifacts and stuff. I always like artifacts. They go in so many different decks if you can. Oh, you got a pre-release card. Cool. You got a stamp deed. Dragon Throne of Tarkir, September 26, 2014. 4 for a legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature has Defender. Oh, there we go. Has Defender and 2 tap. Other creatures you control gain trample and XX, where X is this creature's power. 3 for equip. Huh. Well, that's not terrible. That's cool. I'll throw that in a sleeve. That's gonna, even if that doesn't have any monetary value, it's cool enough to keep in my binder. You know, every once in a while, gotta slide something into that just looks cool pile. Bunch more banners and some signets and shit you don't really need. Actually, that Jeskai banner is not bad for my deck. It's probably better than the lockets I'm running, because this you can add any of it. Yeah, that'll probably go in my I could use that pile. Now this is when we're gonna pull out a bunch more of these sleeves over here, right? So you see them. You see that flooded strand, the black stained mire, the other blooded strand, blooded strand, flooded strand. Wow, that actually wouldn't be a crazy card. Blooded Strand. This is a cool name for a card. So, Bloodstained Mire. This is land, tap, pay 1 life, sack it, search for a mountain or swamp, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. Solid card. Same with Flooded Strand and Flooded Strand. Now, I don't think that he even knew that this is, high value cards. I think this is just that he put them in the back. He might have known that they were good. Not sure. Going in the worth money pile. Let's see. Need that mire and wooded foot. Yeah, Turgid might well be getting that banhammer. That's what they're saying around the internet. Fetches. Thanks, Bob. I wasn't sure if they were shock lands or fetch lands. I knew they were expensive and that they were way out of my league to ever buy. And, there you go. Yeah, I would not mind seeing Turgid fall by the wayside. I honestly have only played against it with you, Bob, so I don't go out to like my local gaming store and play too often anymore. It's not super safe. Everybody wears masks and all that shit, but at the same time, still worrisome. Don't need to getting sick. I've had the cold a few times this year. Don't need that shit. So, got 3 fetches, and then you go over to the next page, and you got another fetch, the Polluted Delta. Pretty solid. So, I mean, 4 fetch lands, couple of the other hit cards out of the set, few decent things out of the commander deck. All in all, for the price we paid, it was definitely worth it. No, I'm not going to tell you the price we paid. Yeah, Allied fetches, they expected to get reprinted this year. Oh, yeah, Bob, for sure. We're definitely going to try and get our money out of this way sooner than later. We've already discussed that we're going to try and get as much funds together as we can for quadruple masters or whatever the hell they're going to call that. That's going to be just clearly a banger of a product. And that is a very investable thing. They're definitely going to be reprinting some good goods in there. What was the red-green land? Red-green. I don't have it. I do have that list open, though, so let me look at that. So, Wooded Foothills is the red and green land. which was not in here. Nope. All of the fetch lands were rares, so that's how I'm looking at it when I go through here. And then he's just got the different artworks of the planes and all the different lands. He really was doing like a collection kind of thing on this, which is interesting. You don't really see that too much, except for Chris Walker. That guy's all about doing like actual collecting. Like, that's super cool. Like, super cool. And again, he's a pretty interesting guy. We've talked a couple of times in chat here and there. So, out of that collection, this is what's the worthwhile things. So you got 4 fetch lands. They're going 30, 40 bucks a piece. You got Sorin for another 5, Hardened Scales for 8 to 9, Alter the Brood for 5. Pretty decent little haul. And then you add on top of that whatever values in that commander deck. There's definitely a few cards in there worth some money. Now, if this is stuff any of you guys are looking to get, hit me up. You know, my email's down there, patthepauper@gmail.com. Now, there was another box right here of just like a bunch of stuff. Oh, shit. I didn't even realize that you'd give me hard loaders in here. Oh, man, this is a friggin' win right here. This is an extra $10 worth of value. Yeah, no kidding, though. Me and my buddy are running kind of low on these, so need some of them. I'm pretty sure these were all just commons. Just going to bust through those real fast. Oh, no. There's some fucking rare right there. There's only a couple rares worth anything. I assume that those would have been in the binder already, but hey, I think this guy, again, was trying to just do the collecting portion. He wasn't so much worried about, like, value, money. He just wanted it a little bit towards his pinball machine. Yeah, that was just one of the other non-basic lands. Foil Swamp. I didn't look to see if there were any tokens worth anything, because it's fucking weird as it is. There's oftentimes tokens that are worth money. So, no, that's an uncommon. Yeah, would it be funny? I'm just busting through this, and there's like, oh, look, there's another, something else. A wooded foothill or some shit. It's like, oh, bloodstained mire. I don't know. I thought it was supposed to be back there. Couple of crap rares so far, but still worth pulling out. Swamp. I sort cards this way. I just look at the little set symbol and I take it out just upside down because it's super fast. I'm right-handed, so just works easier this way. Yeah, I'd be up for doing trades and all that stuff. I don't mind selling, at decent price. All these cards get listed eventually. That's probably what I'll end up doing after the stream here is just smoke an incredible amount of weed, decent amount of hash, more coffee, always need more coffee. And then probably take a bunch of pictures, put all that stuff online. Got some friends coming over, hopefully. I haven't looked at my phone. I see it's doing stuff, so probably going to end the stream not too long. Just going to finish going through this box. Probably pop open. Ooh, some emblems. The Sorin emblems. No shit. Okay. Well, I'll have to look at the token list, see if there's anything worth it. Pop that bad bitch up right now. Thank God we've got internet. Stuff's fucking cool. Vampire tokens currently go for $2. Are you fucking serious? Okay. Well. Well, I see why they're worth more. They're hard to get. Palace. this. Okay. Yeah, right. That's usually how it works out. Things that are expensive are hard to get. It's that right there. You can take that to the bank. Take that shit to the bank. Stuff that's hard to get is more expensive. Yeah, that's something to live by right there. Bunch of lands, bunch of lands. Always need more lands. Interesting enough, lands go in every deck. If you weren't aware of that, they don't really talk about that enough in a lot of deck building videos. You know, how useful lands are. Build up a good land base. You know, it's one of the most important things. It's like if you're playing any real-time strategy game, any strategy games in general. Like when we were playing the other day, Bob, Mystic Remora and Esper Sentinel on the battlefield same time. Such an advantage. My buddy was actually just texting with me earlier. He's like, bro, I might just get myself Smothering Tithe and Esper Sentinel because nobody in our play group pays for it, and they just end up paying for it later. I was like, yeah, man, for sure. That's why I'm all sorts of about that shit. Good-ass cards. Good-ass cards. That's why they're expensive. It's really good, powerful, worthwhile. It's a terrible way to do it. It's not magic, it's talent. Speaking of not being a fucking idiot, put a rubber band around it so it doesn't fly all over the place. So that's pretty much going to be about it. Out of value, decent cards out of the set there that I got from him. Go ahead, do another Commander Legends. Man, you can barely hear that music. Oh, it's cafe music now. The playlist ended. I'm going to turn that off. I don't want to get copyright striked from Studio Ghibli there. But we'll finish things off with a pack of Commander Legends. Bust right into this. Fucking Prismatic Piper staring at me right there. Goddamn waste of a slot. Oh, fuck. They used extra glue on this one. The shit, man. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Yeah, maybe I don't need more coffee. Get right through all these commands. Command Tower, fucking awesome. Spectral Searchlight, less than awesome. Golem Artisan, not too bad. 3 visits, decent little hit right there. For 1 and a green sorcery, search for a forest card. Put it on the battlefield, shuffle. Good, good. People pay the tax or play around those cards. Yeah, man. Some people just don't do it. In my other play groups, it does not play out the way it did when you and I. People pay the tax or play around those cards. Yeah, there should be more removal. They should have taken care of it. You were the only one that had the foresight to realize, damn, this is going to be a huge negative impact. 3 visits is a positive impact. Meteor Golem, very meh. Sasha Debaser, not very good. We've got Armix Filigree Thrasher. Lisa, Shroud of Dusk. It's a good card. It's not great. It's not phenomenal. It's a good card, though. Filigree Familiar in a shiny. It does look great. Yeah, the blue really picks up. Good looking card. Along with Prismatic Piper and a treasure token. Prismatic Piper, you can just fuck right off. And on that note, hey guys, great to have you here. Confetti. Love you. Be well. Talk to you again soon. And hopefully we'll be playing some Spell Table again. And, well, peace out, Scout. Bye. Yeah, end stream. I've got to pee, man. I got to pee.